Hello and welcome to Deltek's Govconversations. I'm Carrie Webster, Director of Federal Information Solutions here at Deltek. Today I'm joined by Jen Sokol, Principal Analyst in our Research Division in Federal. Today we're going to be talking about top opportunities for FY15. Welcome, Jen.
Thank you, Carrie.
In terms of bellwether federal opportunities, what do we anticipate for FY15?
Well, it's kind of exciting this year because what we're seeing is the highest combined ceiling value for our top federal opportunities for fiscal year 15. It's the highest we've seen in 5 fiscal years. It comes in at about $220.3 billion. And this is not only the highest value that we've seen, it's also an increase, a steady increase from the low that we saw in fiscal year 2013. So in 2013, we had a combined ceiling value for our top 20 opportunities of about $92 billion. And then with fiscal year 15, we're about $60 billion higher than what we saw in fiscal year 14. So it's looking good for us. Now, another trend that we're seeing in those top 20 opportunities is a shift between the distribution of defense and civilian opportunities. In the past, historically, what we have seen is that the top opportunities have been dominated by defense-related opportunities. So in fiscal year 15, it's the first time that we've actually had an even split between defense and civilian. So we have 10 opportunities out of each, and the values come in roughly about $110 billion for defense and about $109.6 billion for our civilian opportunities.
Will you share information on a couple of the larger IT contracts?
Sure, I'd be happy to. So there are two that come to mind. One is GSA's Alliant 2, and the other is out of the Department of Veterans Affairs, and that's their Total Technology Transformation 21 Next Generation, or T4NG. The Alliant 2 contract is a follow-on to the Alliant GWAC, which is a government-wide acquisition contract, and it's used by federal agencies to procure complex IT solutions. There are 2 GWACs for Alliant currently active. There's the Alliant Unrestricted and Alliant Small Business. Both of those are set to expire in 2019. So with Alliant 2 Unrestricted, we're seeing a ceiling value expected of $50 billion. Alliant 2 Small Business will also be competed, but its ceiling value is about $15 billion. And what we've seen with GSA this time around is that they're really getting a head start on their market research, approaching it early before that expiration date, and so we had anticipated the solicitations to be releasing in fiscal year 15. We've just found out, however, that it is likely that those solicitations will slip into the very beginning of fiscal year 16, but expect procurement activity throughout this fiscal year. Now with T4NG, that solicitation is expected in the very near term. So we're looking at that solicitation to release in November of 2014. And that is for, again, a follow-on contract for IT services, also related to health IT and telecom services. And we're seeing that the ceiling value on that, this iteration of the contract has grown. It's at $23 billion, and that's mainly due to an increase in the duration of the contract.
Is there one standout trend for opportunities in FY15?
Well, for those of you who have been following our reports for several years, you know that we like to deem them the year of fill in the blank. So fiscal year 13 was the year of the GWAC. We had SOUP 5, OASIS, CIOCS out of HHS, and then fiscal year 14 was the year of the agency-specific IDIQ. So considering the fact that we have 99% of the ceiling value for fiscal year 15 tied to follow-on contracts, I am quite comfortable in calling this the year of the follow-on, and it is a mix of GWACs and agency-specific IDIQs. Now, one thing worth noting is that you may be aware of how Deltek has, in its market forecast, indicated that federal health IT is a growing market. we anticipate growth there. And so there are 3 large opportunities in the top 20 related to Fed Health IT. So we have DHITS, the Defense Health Information Technology Solutions out of the Defense Health Agency, T4NG, which I mentioned, and also the Enterprise Systems Development 2, which is a follow-on to a contract out of the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services.
If 99% of the opportunities are follow-ons, what does that other 1% entail?
It's one carryover opportunity. Carryover meaning it was on our top 20 opportunities list for fiscal year 14, and it's ProTech, Professional and Technical Services, an agency-specific IDIQ out of NOAA, and it has a ceiling value of about $3 billion.
Do the top opportunities that you referenced provide any opportunities for small businesses?
Well, when we're developing the top 20s opportunities list, what we do is we focus on unrestricted competition, full and open. However, with that in mind, it's worth a small business to take a look at these opportunities because they do often include partial set-asides or small business lots, a guaranteed number of awards going to small businesses. With that said, though, we also develop and publish a report of the top 10 federal set-asides for the fiscal year as well.
Okay, well, thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Carrie.